What? Why? No, we cannot have this. No, easy there. Manchester United fans are starting to put on weight. The league must return. The proper league must return. We can't have this. Wait a minute.
It's nothing. It's just a little pre-season game. Just a little warm-up kind of game. How many people turned up?
83,000.
Oh, wow. How many people turned up for the Club World Cup final?
81,000.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's... When you're big, I guess.
He's dropped it. That's a penalty, ref. He's given it. Penalty. Keeper's rubbish. Given a penalty. I don't know what. Well, what Areola have always said he's a bit of a tit, and he's definitely given up a penalty here. Dropped the ball. It's a stone waller, that. Stone waller. Here he goes, Bruno. Yeah, simple. 1-0. First goal of pre-season, and it's Bruno who gets it. 1-0. Let's get a few more. Well, look, Rasmus is at the post. Bruno's at the back of the net from what was a penalty. Man United are 1-0 up here. Let's just, look. I'll be very, very clear. I don't want to win games 1-0 because of crappy goalkeepers giving penalties up. I'd rather draw 4-4 and play good football and create good chances. So, it's 1-0 to United. Areola, what is he doing there? Bruno. Goal. Lovely finish by Bruno. Areola is shit. I mean, talk about tits. Pair of tits. He's made a right pair of mistakes. So it's lovely by Man United, but what? I mean, look. Is it good pressing by United? Yes, it is. Is it a very good finish by Bruno? Yes, it is. But what's the goalkeeper doing? Mainoo into Bruno. I mean, the finish is brilliant. Lovely finish by Bruno. It is a lovely finish. Look at that. Right in the top corner. I mean, you're never saving that anyway. That's why he needs to play at number 10. This is why he needs to play at number 10. And everybody was criticising him at half-time. That's what I mean. He might misplace 4 or 5 passes, but in this second half, he's had a one-on-one where he should have scored, and then he's had another finish that was brilliant. And he's got 2 goals, and he could have had a hat-trick, all from number 10. This is why he needs to play at number 10.
Give us the Premier League title now. Give us the Premier League title now. There's no point of waiting on May. While Liverpool and Arsenal are losing to the same club, AC Milan, in Hong Kong, Manchester United already won against Hong Kong. We also won against West Ham 2-1. Who won? We won. Bruno, captain, Magnifico Fernandes, the GOAT, the best midfielder of all time with the brace. Kobe Mainoo with an assist as well. Manchester United 2-1 win. Matthias Cunha, what a baller. Manchester United, what a team. Bryan and Mbeumo wasn't in for this one, but it's fine. The 3 points matters the most. Oh wait, it's a Premier League Summer Series. It's a little tournament with Premier League clubs. Don't matter. It's Premier League clubs we will literally be facing week in, week out. We're not in Champions League, we're not in Europa League. Trust the process. We're in a rebuild. Manchester United are definitely back, and we're winning it all. You heard it here. Liverpool lost, Arsenal lost, and Manchester United didn't. West Ham, we own ya. On to the next. We are so back. We're winning it all. Oh my God.
Norriton. Listen, we won. We won. That's the positive today.
We scored 2 against.
We scored 2
against the Premier League.
Against the Premier League team. Listen, they always say, guys, you gotta beat the teams around you. This is our level. And we beat West Ham. They finished above us last season, don't remember?
It's a 6-pointer.
It's a 6-pointer. Listen, we are gearing up to the season because we want to beat the teams around us. Forget the Arsenals, forget all them teams for now. We've got to get wins against the smaller teams. And listen, there is a trophy at the end of this. It's a trophy, Premier League Series trophy, against the teams around us. We finished 15th. So you know what, man? What better preparation to beat the teams around you? And today, 2 goals, happy days. And you know what? Everyone goes home smiling.
Matheus Cunha, liked it. I liked his performance. He won the ball back a good few times. And,
many times.
And I think it's not necessarily about like getting over gas, like, oh, look at all the shots he's having, like this, that. I feel like those things like will come as we raise the thing. It's just like I can see exactly. I can see that like just having him there has raised our level in that area. Like straight away. And I think the physicality, and there's loads of times where, again, like you said, he can progress the ball, travel with the ball, which is exactly what Ruben Amorim's been asking for, exactly what we've been asking for.
Yeah.
He's very difficult to shrug off the ball. And a couple of times where he might have lost it in a transition or lost it in a duel, he's very quickly won it back. Yes, the end pass might not have been there, the cherry on top. But like I said, I feel that will come. I can tell that in the fundamentals, just having him there is a massive upgrade.
Again, the manager saying that he's a joy to have around and he's someone that is taken to Man United. The shirt means nothing. In regards to, is it heavy for him? No, absolutely
it's not. Yeah.
It's someone that actually wants the ball, and he's, again, a guy is talking about he wants the ball all the time. So you give it to him and he's confident, he's comfortable. Like, you'll call him press resistantly. That's one of those types of
Ugarte?
No. I'm talking about Cunha.
Oh, sorry. I
Cunha,
thought,
he says, Cunha's press resistant. He says,
you can give it to him in tight, 100%.
And in tight spaces, he's going to get out
Sorry,
there.
I'm
not saying the guy is press resistant. That's crazy.
We are getting top 4. We are getting top 4. You see the way we dominated West Ham? Man United are back. Man United are back. And I don't care that he scored 2 goals today. He was actually awful today. He was probably one of Man United's worst players on that pitch. Those 2 goals saved his performance because he was absolutely awful. But did you see my midfielder though? Did you see Mainoo bossing the midfield? Mainoo is back, yeah? You lot that was saying, Mainoo's finished. Mainoo can't fit in the system. Where are you now? Where are you now? Because Mainoo absolutely bossed it today. And another player who bossed it was Mainoo Ugarte. What a performance from him. He deserved that assist. If only Ahmed was on side. And speaking of Ahmed, I never want to see him play as a right wing back again. He doesn't suit there. Can we stop this debate now? Ahmed Diallo is better as a 10. He is better as a 10. The only negative I have from this game is that when Amorim made the changes, the tempo was flat. It was absolutely flat. If it's not broken, I get it's pre-season, but if it's not broken, don't fix it, Amorim. Because that first half team, if we play like that, we are getting top 4. Mark my words.
I know it's only pre-season. West Ham have got the ball with Todibo. One pass takes out our whole press and midfield. Soucek on the centre circle, turns, runs into space, no midfielders there at all, plays it into Bowen and it's 2-1. So I still think that the questions need to be asked about the midfield and why there is still space in there for teams like West Ham to exploit. I mean, what is an Arsenal or a Chelsea going to do to us if we're going to press that high and leave the midfield open? So still a question around the midfield, sometimes systematically, sometimes on, who we're actually playing in there. But I thought Ugarte played well. I preferred Ugarte and Mainoo to Casemiro and Bruno last week. I thought De Ligt was my man of the match. I don't know who yours was, get in the comments, but I thought De Ligt was rock solid again, reminded me of some of those performances that we might have forgotten from last season. Bruno's second goal was fantastic, as we said. I think we did enough to win the game, but there wasn't huge. It wasn't a huge gap between us and West Ham. They probably ended up with more possession than us, but I think the difference is the quality of players that we've got compared to West Ham. They don't have a Bruno Fernandes. We do. And that was probably the difference.
I'm sorry, is nobody going to talk about the fact that Manchester United literally sold out an 82,000-seater stadium for a pre-season friendly match, which means absolutely nothing in the Premier League Summer Series? And you compare it to the Club World Cup, this was the same stadium that Club World Cup teams played at, and they couldn't sell out in the slightest, and those games are meant to mean something. This is the exact same stadium that Chelsea played at the MetLife Stadium in the Club World Cup semi-final, which they just couldn't sell out for in the slightest. Now, the game was played at 3 p.m. The United game was played on a better day than Saturday. That game was played on Tuesday and Chelsea was played at 3 p.m. But I don't care. If Man United were in the Club World Cup semi-final, they would sell out the MetLife Stadium instantly. And Chelsea in that game had their tickets priced all the way down from whatever it was, like $200, whatever it was at the start, all the way down to as low as $11 it went down to at one point. It's not even like the ticket prices were cheap and they were having a fire sale like they were over at Chelsea. The Man United game, $77 for the tickets as the cheapest price. It just goes to say, no matter what the competition, no matter what the game is, Man United are just levels ahead with fan bases.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in a long time, well, not really a long time because the season finished not too long ago, I'm actually pleased with the Man United game. I'm not going to say I'm happy. I'm not going to say I'm ecstatic. I'm not going to say I'm over the moon. But I am quite satisfied, I have to say. Final score at the MetLife Stadium, Man United 2, West Ham 1. And honestly, yeah, that was okay. That was actually okay. At times I was looking at this Man United team in the first half and I was thinking, Man United, is that you? Introducing me to a new vibe. And if it is you introducing me to that new vibe, don't introduce me to a vibe you can't keep up. Because I have to say that was actually okay in the first half. And there's a couple of things that I'd like to point out. First of all, let's just be clear. That first half team is our team that starts every week in the Premier League. That second half team, boy, oh boy, that was a hard watch. That was a very, very hard watch. I have to say though, a couple of things that I liked in the first half, and I put out the tweet and I asked people, and I don't know if anybody's replied to it by the time I'm filming this now, but how many times did Man United successfully manage to win the ball back after initiating the press? Because I have to say, it was an incredible amount of times that I've seen United press and successfully win the ball back and initiate an attack. And you can clearly see that that's something that they've worked on in training. That you can clearly see that this is something that they've worked on since starting preseason training again. So I have to say, that was pretty impressive. You know, the way Dorgu at times was moving up and pressing, the way Ahmad at times was moving up and pressing, and then somebody in the middle would go up and press, whether it's Bruno, whether it's Cunha. And I have to say, it looked really, really good. You know, it looked really good. Now, mix that with a bit more productivity going forward.
Time at the MetLife Stadium, Manchester United 2, West Ham 1. It was only a pre-season game. It's not overly important, of course. The first half, the first 5 minutes, it was a terrible mistake which led to a penalty, and ultimately the game was kind of, in trouble from there. Same goes for the second half. Areola, bad mistake. 2 mistakes, 2 goals. So we're going to need to work on that. But apart from that, Bowen, bit of brilliance here and there. We were close to making it 2-2 in the end. And as I say, quite evenly contested game if you actually look at it. When we actually switched on at about 55 minutes into the game. A little bit late as we were about 2-0 down, but is what it is. Going into the season, I hope we can carry on the sort of forwards we put in at the second half. They gave a bit, some really good positives from some young players that came on. Fearsome, sorry if I pronounced it, if I said it wrong. Number 68, basically. He was absolutely class when he came on in that second half. And also Paqueta. He hasn't got his ban anymore. You know what? He's going to cook next season, just like a load of players. So trust the process. 2-1 loss today in New Jersey. But who cares? We're West Ham. We do what we want. And we're going to win the summer series. Although we did just lose, so probably not. We're going to win the league instead.
These 3 players, a serious conversation is needed about them. Because I'm putting my stocks in for them next season, Dorgu, Yoro and Mainoo, because all of them are excellent in Manchester United's pre-season friendly versus West Ham. So let's break down 5 things we learned. The first thing we learned is that Agate and Mainoo in the midfield together actually worked today, and it looked really good and the movement was good, and Mainoo looks a lot physically better, and that's something he struggled with last season. Mainoo was incredible today. His movement, his shielding of the ball, winning back the ball, the technicality he brings, he was unbelievable. Man United needed that in progression. The second thing we learned is I like how hungry Matheus Cunha is, how he actually works a lot harder than he gets credit for, how he's winning back the ball, carrying the ball, dribbling. I like him, he's a flary player. Number 3, Agate was absolutely mint today. I actually think that's one of the best I've seen Agate. That assist he would have got to Ahmad if it wasn't offside was insane. Again, him being aggressive, stepping forward, playing as an 8, it worked well today. Number 4 is about these guys. Lenny Yoro has been unbelievable the last few months anyway, and he is a generational talent. But Kobbie Mainoo, there's been questions over what his best role is under Amorim, but we saw Kobbie Mainoo. I think that's the best Kobbie's been under Amorim today. And Dorgu, big season for him. I think he's a good player, got way too much stick last season. Is physically good, technically good. 2 good pre-season games for him. I think they're all going to have good seasons. But the 5th thing and the biggest concern we learned from the game is the lack of depth. United were unbelievable for the first 60 minutes of the game. The pressing was unbelievable. They were all over West Ham. The last half an hour,
This is why Bruno Fernandes has to play as a number 10. I don't think there's many people out. I mean, look, Ricky sent a message to me. I'll read it out to you if you didn't hear it on the watch along. He's happy for it to be spread. And he said this: Bruno took that goal brilliantly. It's a quality finish, but he's been the worst player on the field up to that. The main reason we can't keep possession. I don't know how difficult it is for people to get this, but we can't get anywhere with him playing regularly, despite how many goals or assists he gets. We've got to play better. Every time he scores a goal, in the long term, it's another nail in the coffin. Now, Ricky's always been very consistent about Bruno, but I am a fan of Bruno. I do like Bruno, but there's absolutely no way he can be the number 8. I don't know what Amorim's thinking about this transitional and swapping stuff around. He might have a number 8 on his shirt, but he's not a number 8 as a midfielder. He's a number 10. And he played as a number 10 predominantly most of the game today, and he gets 2 goals. And he could have had 3. He had a one-on-one. He ain't going to have those one-on-ones if he's playing in the midfield, and he's not going to get that goal if he's playing in the midfield because he's going to be playing a lot deeper. Bruno's a number 10.
5 things we learned from Man United 2, West Ham 1. This is me to all the fans who are saying United should have sold Bruno Fernandes this summer. That second goal was beautiful. He's got another 35-plus goal and assist season in him. Man United's midfield looked good. And I'm not just talking about Mainoo and Bruno Fernandes. Manuel Ugarte was brilliant. If you haven't already, go and watch this clip. 37.5 minutes. What he does on the ball, my jaw dropped. Assisted Ahmad, beautiful finish. It was offside sadly, but really good signs. And that's not all. I really liked what I saw from Rasmus Højlund this morning as well. An absolutely explosive performance. Getting in behind relentlessly, always making himself available on the ball, linking up with the teammates really nicely, and getting some pretty ferocious shots on goal as well. He hit the post, he tested the goalkeeper, he hit one over. Keep this up. Aid in heaven, there was a few lapse moments defensively against Leeds last time out, and again last night. Granted, Jared Bowen is a fantastic footballer, one of the Premier League's best wingers, if we're being honest. Bowen absolutely cooked him last night. For that goal to make it 2-1, Heaven just got outplayed. And this is why I'm a little bit more reluctant to include Aiden Heaven in my strongest 11, like a lot of people are, because I just don't think he's quite ready to be regularly starting Premier League games yet. Nusa Masraoui, Matthias de Ligt, Lenny Yoro, get that back 3 going. Finally, there was no Bryan and Mbeumo, and there won't be any Bryan and Mbeumo against Bournemouth either. If you want to know why, go to my second channel in my bio, drop me a follow, and watch that video.
Yes, lads. Here are a few things that we learned from the Manchester United versus West Ham pre-season game yesterday. First off, we are massive. Sold out the stadium, 82,566 in attendance, which was the largest attendance for any soccer game in the US this year, including Chelsea's final in the Club World Cup. Secondly, it is so clear that keeping Bruno was a priority. And for the group of Manchester United fans that said we should have got rid of him, this is what I'm doing. Covering my ears because it's absolute nonsense. He had a great game yesterday. And his second goal, phenomenal. He has definitely got another season in him where he gets over 30 goals and assists. Next up, our midfield was actually solid yesterday. Mainoo had a great game. But Ugarte, main character. Great performance from the lad. And we need to see more of this from him going into next season. He lost a bit of Amorim's trust towards the end of last season, but he can gain that back. He is a baller. We've seen it many times. We just need to see it on a consistent basis. Overall, happy with the performance. We need to see more of it. On to the next game.
That's a big mess from Manchester United. United with a quick free kick right here. Bruno Fernandes behind it. He swings one in. Well, it's up in the hands of the goal. Penalty for Manchester United. Penalty. Last 4 minutes. Manchester United about to take the lead. Captain Bruno Fernandes behind it. Will he score?
All right, Hammers fans, last night against Manchester United was truly concerning. The first half felt like last season, all over again. Areola gifted United a penalty only 5 minutes in by fumbling across and dragging down Aiden Heaven in the box. Bruno Fernandes made no mistake. United were sharper, quicker, broke us down easily. It was like we never learned anything from last season. Their intensity was higher. We looked slow and passive. Considering the team has barely changed since last season, you'd think they play better together. Honestly, that first half showed zero cohesion. But then the second half delivered some hope. Bowen pulled one back in the 63rd minute with a clinical finish. Game on. We introduced young players and suddenly there were signs. The likes of Orford, Guilherme, Potts brought energy, creativity, and a sprinkle of quality. You could maybe see what Potter is trying to do. Pressing, movement, spark. But let's talk about the real problem. Areola was a disaster. From the early mistake to distribution issues, he cost us. We need a goalkeeper who commands the box and plays out confidently. He's not it. The second half gives Potter something to work with. Young players making an impression and tactical tweaks showing potential. But that first half underlined one thing. We still have the habits of last season. Investing in intensity, hunger, and a first-choice goalkeeper is non-negotiable. Hammers, what stood out most to you? First half panic or second half promise? Areola, you've got to go, mate. Drop your thoughts in the comments.
Here's 3 things we learned from the Man United vs West Ham Summer Series game. Number 1, Bruno Fernandes is still the main man for Man United. I think with 2 goals yesterday, a calm penalty, a nice little finish in the top corner, making those passes. We saw that pass at the start to Højlund. I think it's really important that we didn't cash in on him and sell him to Saudi, because he's really important, and without him we would not be anywhere with this team. Like, literally anywhere. Like, who knows where we would be right now. So he's going to be really important to us for next season as well. Number 2, this man, Cunha, is gelling really well, I think. He's looking really sharp. I think it's really important that we have him like drop in, pressing really well, which is really what we need from him, especially if we're spending 62 mil. So I'm really excited to see what he can do for us the next season. Number 3 is that I think there are still defensive gaps. Like, we played well, but like one cut through, the midfield was missing, and Aiden haven't got exposed. Like, Jarvis Bone just easily sliced through and cut through the team and scored. So I think the intensity drops too easily when we're winning and we feel too relaxed, let's say. So I think that's something that needs to be improved, and obviously the fitness levels aren't at the best yet, again, because still pre-season. So hopefully that can change, and that's something we improve. But overall, yeah, I'm really excited to see what we can do in the upcoming season. We can't finish as low as, 15th that we did. Oh man, that was just embarrassing. So, yeah, I think we'll do better next season with the new players. And I can't wait to see Mbeumo play as well. So I think that's a good thing to look forward to. And yeah.
Yes, we Man City United talks my background on a video. Okay, so last night Man United played West Ham in a pre-season friendly in America, and they managed to win it 2-1. And from what I saw, I can't lie to you, why is this team looking so promising? Like, genuinely, like, I just saw a different United. The hunger, tenacity, and the energy I saw was mental. We did only win 2-1, but still, what I saw, I loved. And if we keep that up next season, I genuinely think, hey, could do well. There was also some things said in an interview with Ruben Amorim, which I can't lie to you, I ain't gonna comment on. All I do hope is just how we see performances, man. Just please. 3 new signings, we have new players, we've got some new academy, whatever. Just Ruben Amorim, just give it everything. You got 1 game a week now. Fully focus on prioritising the Prem, and fully focus on prioritising your game in this United team. Because you've got players like Bruno, Mainoo, I could go on. But I can't lie to you, it was a good game, you know. I can't lie, you know. I was seeing shots, everything. Let me know your thoughts on the game last night. I mean, I talked on your follow.
All right, let's discuss the match. 2-1 to Man United. Before I quickly do that, I would just like to quickly say a huge congratulations to Lucas Paqueta, who is looking like he's going to be innocent. Many publishers, many people in the know are claiming that Lucas Paqueta is not guilty, and I'm over the moon for him. The amount of hassle, the amount of misery that man's mental health must have been through is through the roof. The fact that he was kicked out of the Brazilian squad, the fact that he was looking for his move a couple of seasons ago to Man City for 85 million. The FA have cost us that. We've been very loyal to Lucas Paqueta, and you see moments throughout last season when he was crying against that game against Spurs. I think it's just, he's been through so much frustration and so much anger that now that finally that he's going to be innocent, like, I'm over the moon for him. Really, really over the moon for him. And whatever he wants to do next, we'll see in the future. But I would love to keep him for 1 more year. Now, on to the match. Oh, my Lord. Right. First off, Areola, what on earth are you doing? This is exactly why we need a new keeper. That is a proper schoolboy error. That is a pen all day long. I don't know what he's doing. We need a new goalkeeper. Like, it has to be done, because we cannot do a season with Areola. Areola is a great shot stopper, but Areola makes so many individual mistakes that it just costs us sometimes, and we need that. We need a new goalkeeper, 100%. But the problem, as usual, is the midfield. Now, the defence wasn't great either. That is something that we do need to fix. But the midfield is horrendous, right? Man United were all over us in that first half. Even to a point for that second half as well, until they took all their players off, right? Their main ones. Pick Souček, James Ward-Prowse, Rodriguez. Why on earth is this our midfield? It is so slow, so ridiculously slow. Man United putting the pressure on us, and we just felt like we didn't know what to do. We're just passing the ball, we just panicked. We're just trying to pass it to whoever we can. That midfield is horrendous. And it is something that we would think now, they would think, the new manager or the new coach coming in, that Souček and Ward-Prowse, why are we still doing this? We know that Souček and Ward-Prowse doesn't work. So stop doing it. Because it's just horrendous to watch. And by the way, for those, I know how American fans feel now. Over here in the UK, watching that at midnight and getting that dross was painful to watch. But still, to a point of where we are, it's just horrendous. And then defensively, Todibo I thought was poor. Agerd I thought was all right. Duff made some mistakes at times, but it's you know, he's still early doors for him. And Aaron Wan-Bissaka got skilled a couple of times, but I still think he did an okay job. But like Mavropanos, when he came on, I thought looked lively, looked hungry, looked good. But as soon as we changed that midfield, now yes, you can go, Adam. Yeah, fair enough. But Man United did take off their players as well. Yes, okay, I understand. I wouldn't disagree with you. But as soon as we got Freddie Potts, Lucas Paqueta, Ollie Scarles and Lewis Guilherme and younger players around Paqueta. Freddie Potts, by the way, was fantastic. Freddie Potts did more in 5 minutes than Rodriguez did. Freddie Potts, I thought, was fantastic. Freddie Potts is ready. I'm telling you right now. I'm impressed with him. And I think we need to give that lad more of a go, because I think our midfield looked much more better with Paqueta and Potts in there. It's just, yeah, I was sort of, that's what I wanted to see. That last 20 minutes, that's when it sort of piqued my interest, because I was invested in it now. Because it just looked, we changed it. And we need, one more thing, we need to stop with this whole defensive thing. We've got so many people behind the ball. Yeah, all the defenders, the midfielders. No wonder Man United kept coming on to us. Pretty much all of us are sitting behind the... No, stop. Push forward. Why are most of you going back? But we're just allowing pressure on ourselves. We're looking... It's too defensive. Too defensive. As soon as we go to a back four, we look better. I think we suit a back four. I don't like the back five, back three, whatever you want to do with it. I personally, yeah, the back four is when we need to be going forward now on, yeah, for me. But we'll see what happens next. I'm sort of dreading this season now after watching that. But I hope that was a message for Potter to Sullivan to go, look, this is what I'm dealing with. You need to give me something, right? Because this midfield is not going to work for me. But I think I think it's Everton or Bournemouth in this pre-season games that we've got coming up, I would start Potts and Paqueta. No Souček, no James Ward-Prowse, no Rodriguez. I don't want to see that. Midfield, we need to sort that out. It is a humongous concern. And then defensively, we're still not perfect as well. We spent millions on that defence. So, yeah, I'm interested to see what Potter will do in the next game. But then huge improvements need to be made massively.